This podcast is intended for listeners over the age of 19 in Ontario, and we ask that you respect your local laws regarding cannabis.
RESPCT. Be sure to like, download, follow, subscribe, and of course share with all of your friends.
That's right.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Annie.
Hello, Samantha, and welcome to the Hotbox virtually.
Hello, ladies. How are you?
We're doing good now that we have you.
That's right. We were so excited when we met with you at Lift & Co., about a month ago now?
Yeah, flew by.
Right?
Yes.
Yo, it's been crazy. As soon as the hot weather comes, it all just becomes one giant.
You blink and it rains and then it's fall.
And then blink again and snow.
I was actually really excited to meet Samantha as well because we've been talking back and forth on Instagram because I was so interested in this product that she has helped develop.
Mm-hmm.
So let's march right into it, Amanda.
Yeah, definitely. So, Samantha is the co-founder of NUVEEV, which is it Canada's first CBD skincare?
Yeah, so our CBD is cannabis derived.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about the journey of NUVEEV and what? I remember when we were chatting, you had mentioned that you come from a background of skincare, as opposed to from cannabis. So could you share that story a bit?
For sure. My background, like you mentioned, comes from the skincare and the beauty industry. I've been in that industry my entire life. I love everything to do with it, and I've had the opportunity to work anywhere within the industry, whether that's in retail. I've had the chance to lead both Sephora's and Nordstrom's in my past. Right out of my post-secondary education, I went into more product formulation, product theory, and artistry. So I am also a professional makeup artist, along with being a skin specialist. I do facials, and I also have the opportunity to teach at a college and a couple different colleges across Canada, all about skincare, all about the beauty industry. So then this opportunity kind of found its way, and it was an interesting opportunity that I never would have imagined fell into my hands, but now I don't think I could picture myself anywhere else. And it was really just centered around being so heavily in skincare and beauty industry. You love it so much, but you tend to get a little bit bored sometimes because everything really just seems like, the same thing, just a different package, just a different brand. And I was really getting to that point of repetition of realizing that brands are kind of talking to consumers in the same way. And it's a way that I didn't really love, of that, conditional fear mongering kind of language, and seemed like the same ingredients were being used. So I came across CBD as an ingredient. And that's when I got so thrown off, because at the time we couldn't get it in Canada. It was in the US. I saw it online and I was like, why can I not try this? It is frustrating me. I'm in the industry, something new and exciting, and I cannot get my hands on it. So it caused me to do some more research and really understand the ingredient from a skincare perspective. And then realizing kind of where the market was at in Canada, being categorized as a cannabis product, and just understanding the opportunity that we had to create products for consumers that want the newest in their wellness, that want to experience what cannabis can do for their self-care. And we had the opportunity to create those products and bring that to life.
Wow. Just to repeat a question that Amanda asked, and I am curious about this. This is the first CBD skincare line in Canada, right?
Yeah, so it is among the first. A lot of our product formats that we have are the only ones in Canada. So for example, our hand within our brand is very much skincare focused, not so much pain relief, which I think when we look at the topical space right now, it's very much centered around pain relief, which is fantastic because honestly, people can say firsthand it's done such incredible things for them. But this is one of the first brands that really speaks to CBD as a skincare brand and as a skincare ingredient.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that was actually one of the questions that one of the things I wanted to talk to you about is CBD topicals for pain, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've always imagined them more as a cannabis infused rub A535.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? That's always what I've envisioned them. And when I used to sell them in stores, it was never let this stuff go near your face because it can be harmful to your skin in those sensitive areas. So what makes NUVEEV different? How are we distinguishing topicals from skincare? Because I think there's an important distinguisher there.
For sure. I think when someone says, you never want this stuff to go on your face, I don't think it's necessarily the CBD because, quite honestly, CBD is the most unproblematic ingredient for your skin, probably one of the most unproblematic out there. But it really is the secondary ingredients in there. So sometimes when you think of that A535, you may think of that intense heating and cooling of the skin, the strong scents and like the peppermints and
Yeah.
things like that. So it's not so much the CBD, it's more so the secondary ingredients that people are kind of like, you don't want to put this on your face because it's kind of like putting, you know, relief cream for your back pain on your face. And obviously that would give probably quite a burning sensation. So it
Yeah.
really is what else is in there. And that's really what makes NUVEEV stand out as a brand is we always lead with the messaging that we're a skincare brand first and a cannabis brand second. So CBD is a component of our
Yes.
products, but that's not what makes it stand out. It really is everything that goes into them. So a lot of our products feature skincare ingredients, things that people know that they recognize, and ingredients that may already be existing in someone's skincare routine. So on our ingredient list, you'll see ingredients that you recognize like cucumber, aloe, and chamomile that are all fantastic for what they can do for your complexion, for your whole body as well, but for your face specifically when it comes to redness, inflammation, and irritation. I think everyone, like when you think about chamomile, you think about how calming it is.
Hmm.
And when you think about the sensitivity that sometimes you experience on the face, it really is all about those ingredients coming together with the CBD to create a product that is very much tailored to skincare as opposed to that joint pain.
Yeah. You know what? And it's interesting that you say that because my grandmother used to say when you have bags under your eyes, brew chamomile, cam,
Yeah.
Chamomile
thank
tea.
you, tea, let the tea bags cool, and then put the cold tea bags on your eyes.
You also see that
Yeah,
with cucumber.
That's right.
exactly. It's all about finding like naturally derived solutions because I think nature gives us a lot of great things and it gives us CBD in it. That's what we try and pack into all of our formulations.
Yeah.
So what is the added benefit of CBD in NUVEEV?
So it's always hard to kind of wiggle around these regulations a little bit and claim what it can and can't do.
Mm-hmm. We understand
But I
that.
usually go based off of the feedback that we get from our community. And it's so crazy and surreal for me to get this feedback on products that I was able to help kind of formulate because the way that it helps people is so different in every instance. So I think what CBD is most known for, and we can just say that straight up, is people use it for anti-inflammation. They
Mhm.
find that it's a great solution for them, whether that's on the face or the body. And I always take inflammation, people don't always connect it to inflammation on the face.
Yes.
So when you think about inflammation, it really is essentially your body being out of balance or your face being out of balance. So inflammation can be anything from, super sensitive skin to rosacea to eczema on the face, all the way to acne.
Mhm.
And the way that CBD performs, majority is credited to, how it interacts with that endocannabinoid system, which not really is a huge point of difference because there's not a lot of skincare ingredients that connect with your body system in a completely different way. So I think that's one major point is crediting the inflammation aspect to what it can do for the face. And we do have some research to support CBD and its interaction with acne and how people, when they try our cleanser, that's common feedback that we get as well. But really, what we drive is, being proactive with your skincare. And the best way to be proactive is with something called antioxidants, which is a word that I think everyone's heard of, whether you're talking about skincare, whether you're talking about blueberries, I don't know,
Yeah.
any kind of
Yeah.
vegetable or plant. And you're like, I don't know what antioxidants are, but I need them. That's exactly what CBD is because it's a plant extract. It is something that comes from nature. And there's a lot of plant extracts similar to green tea, similar to argan oil and jojoba oil that are all preventing premature damage and premature aging on the skin. And
Mm.
these are really just to help manage external aggressors. So things like pollution or smoke, or when you hear alcohol and sugar is bad for your skin, those antioxidants are really that layer of protection that prevent that damage from happening. So it prevents our skin from breaking down things like collagen and elastin, therefore keeping it super supple, keeping it more firm. That's why we always say, being proactive is using antioxidants because you're not waiting for the damage to happen to try and use a new product and wake up 20 years younger. It really is just preventing it from happening in the first place and helping your skin age gracefully. We never say with NUVEEV, we never say anti-aging. We always talking about healthy aging and making you look your best self at whatever age you are. not trying to make you look 20 years younger. That's not our messaging, and it's not something that we believe in, but we believe in healthy skin for everybody.
I love that. Should we talk about our experience with NUVEEV?
Well, yeah, I was going to say,
I would love it, yes.
if you're going to base your, our messaging around what consumers think, well, as consumers, let's share.
You used the word proactive. I am...
Oh, you'll love this. Samantha, you will love this. Annie, please share with us your morning skincare routine.
Oh my gosh, it's so pathetic. I use a scrub that just like try and work off the outer dermis of my skin. And then I just suffer. My husband went out and bought a really nice moisturizer last year, so I was like, oh, I think I'll start moisturizing. But like that's how proactive I am.
And have you always been this way?
Definitely for the last 15 years. I think, in your teenage years and stuff, you're all into all the products. But, I'm overwhelmed going to a store, and I'm overwhelmed by the choices. I don't have terrible skin, but I have sensitive skin and I have itchy skin. I've been using your lineup for the last week.
The cleanser, the cream, and the mist. I've been driving around with that mist in the trunk of my car. Yo,
I know, I carry it everywhere.
It is fabulous. Like right before I go into stores, I'm like,
well,
boom.
Then
Feel like $1 million.
The mist, I can smell instantly with it. Before I read what was in these products, I could smell the cucumber. Yep. I love that fresh smell. It wakes you up. It's clean. The facial cleanser and the moisturizer, my skin has not felt this silky.
Oh yeah, it's like a baby's bottom.
Not greasy.
Sorry, we're both rubbing our faces. That's weird. I kind of wish we had a camera in here.
The NUVEEV effect.
And I often get like itchy on the side of my face. I have not had one
right along the jawline?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, me too.
Probably from a dirty phone. Yes. I love this, and I wouldn't say that, and I wouldn't have went to find you at Lift & Co. if I wasn't so excited, because I found the same thing. I've been interested in beauty products for a long time. You just can't find them in Canada. And so now you can, and trying this, I really like the way my skin feels. It doesn't feel crusty, it doesn't feel greasy. It's been hours since I washed my face. Yep. Amanda, you look glowy.
So Samantha, we got these on Tuesday. So I went home, so Tuesday night, Wednesday, Thursday, and now this morning. Okay. I feel soft, but I have not worn any makeup on top of it. I'm like, oh, let's like give this a real. And people are not like, oh, you look. Because often I get like when you don't wear makeup, like, oh, you look really tired today.
No, you look glowy.
Is everything? Yeah, is everything okay?
But not shiny. Right.
And like I have not. Nobody's asked me if I'm tired, which is honestly the most Canadian way to be like, you look like shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you look really tired today.
That's amazing. I love that feedback. Thank you guys so much.
And not feeling that itch is really nice.
Everything is really
such a relief too.
Really light.
Yes. Right? And I don't like stinky products. I love the smell. I love the smell. So
I love it. That's the thing is like the beauty world and the cannabis world for that matter is equally both so intimidating. So it's hard to choose products. It's hard to figure out which one. That's why it's all about just educating and letting people know where it is available. And in Canada, it's a whole other level of difficulty because you're asking a beauty consumer to go and shop at a cannabis store to try some new skincare. I don't know how well that always works, but it's just a different challenge.
It is a huge challenge because consumers that are looking for beauty products, you will go to your Shoppers Drug Mart, your Sephora.
As much as my mother has come around to the idea of cannabis legalization and, my involvement within the cannabis space, there is no way my mother is walking into a dispensary to buy skincare products. But I bought it and brought it for her, right? And she was so thrilled.
Yes.
She was like, oh my goodness, this sounds so exciting.
But typically with a new product, you'd go and do a pop-up in a beauty place and talk to people about it, advertise it in
at your Sephora or your Shoppers Drug Mart. Yeah.
And our government's made it impossible.
That's right.
And we actually do what you guys saw at Lyft, and for the listeners as well, when we're at certain activations, we try our best to present ourselves as a skincare brand in the cannabis world. So we offer complimentary facials and complimentary hand massages cannabis location really just to send the message of like there's so much more to topicals than just pain relief, but
Mm-hmm.
it's hard to explain with all these regulations. So why don't you just sit down in the chair and try it for yourself and tell me how your skin is feeling? And that's how they learn a little bit more about what's available to them.
But you can
Yeah.
only do that in cannabis dispensaries, right?
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really
It's
hard.
it's an interesting challenge.
Yeah. Now, you had a really cool question, Annie. You wanted to know about hemp seed oil.
I have been confused about this for a long time.
Now, like cannabis, I think skincare can get really gimmicky,
yes.
right? Where like these new and blah, blah,
Well, all beauty
Yeah.
products, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. All beauty products
Yeah.
and all cannabis, right? Like, those marketing companies can get really gimmicky. And I see, like you see, the hemp seed oil on everything.
Everything, and in regular traditional pharmacies and at the supermarket, you can get your hemp seed everything, shampoo, conditioner, skin lotion. I don't. What is that?
So when it comes to cannabis and hemp, in Canada, there's no differentiation. So in the US, there is a differentiation between something that's hemp derived versus what's cannabis derived. In Canada, it doesn't really matter where it's derived from. Cannabis is cannabis, CBD, and it's all regulated the same way. But the one kind of workaround, which is where a lot of customers get super confused, and it's very confusing,
I'm so
is the
confused.
battle, right? It's the battle of hemp seed oil versus CBD. So from the hemp plant, which is still under the same species of plant as cannabis, but the CBD comes from everything in that plant except the seed.
Okay.
And the hemp seed oil only comes from the seed.
Okay.
And the reason why that's so different is because the seed of that hemp plant is the only component of the plant that has absolutely zero CBD, absolutely zero THC. So when it's completely only hemp and there's no trace of CBD or THC, that's what allows regular beauty brands to use hemp seed oil and to have it in your Whole Foods or to have it in your grocery stores, is because it's the only component of that plant that has absolutely nothing to do with cannabis and THC. And that's why it gets so confusing, is because even their wording, like they don't even say hemp seed oil, they call it cannabis sativa seed extract, or they use a bunch of different names that
Yes.
make consumers think that they've experienced it. And we get that a lot of, I've tried CBD products and they don't work for me. And my second question is like, where did you get them from?
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as they say, I got them from
Yeah.
got them from Shoppers, immediately I'm like, it's that battle between hemp seed oil and CBD. And it's people that are not getting the true experience of what CBD can bring for you in your skincare because of that confused messaging, because of the confused marketing. And it doesn't help that a lot of these brands are putting cannabis leaves all over their products and kind of jumping
Exactly.
on the wave of cannabis
Yeah.
without actually doing the work to be a legal cannabis product.
That's exactly it. Because I went online and there's products everywhere, and you're right. They've got the cannabis leaf on the front, and all these different,
Yeah.
throwing words around. And
Mhm.
Exactly.
even as somebody who considers herself quite knowledgeable in this area, I'm like, I don't get what's going on here.
Right. That was super interesting, Samantha. I did not know that about the hemp seed oil. Like, I did not know that. Oh, that is so fascinating.
And there are definitely benefits to that, right? I mean, I see that in your ingredient list as well, but with NUVEEV, you've got this added extra booster.
Yeah,
for sure.
So basically, anybody who has said that they have used cannabis, they bought cannabis products in Canada,
Beauty products,
unless they bought it from a dispensary, they've never tried cannabis, true cannabis skincare.
Yeah.
That's usually what I'll kind of conclude. But then at the same time, unfortunately, there is a lot of gray market brands out there that advertise that they have CBD on the products. And, as there is a lot of complications with being in the legal market, it is a huge responsibility, I think, as a brand to give the proper information to your consumers going through Health Canada. That way you can truly be honest about what the cannabis content is on your jars. Like selling people products that are illegal, to each their own discretion, but a lot of it is just a lack of knowledge. So when people are buying CBD beauty products online in Canada, it's tough having that conversation of like, if it's worked for you, fantastic. But I feel like it's my responsibility to tell you, like, these are not necessarily legal or Health Canada approved
Mm.
products.
Yeah.
So I can't guarantee their testing. I don't know the quality, or I don't know if that, you're getting 100 milligrams of CBD that it says on the label is in your product. Whereas when you're going through the legal market, it's a blessing and a curse, but you really have to prove the quality, the potency, the stability behind it, the cleanliness of your product as well. So it does help when it comes to creating a licensed product, but that's usually that second layer of like, if they've tried CBD but it wasn't from a dispensary, then the conversation is like, I think you may have tried gray market, which again, to each their own, but this is where the legal market differentiates.
Right.
To each their own, but I also say, like, with a product like yours, it's been tested, you are liable. When you're buying on the gray market because your friend's Aunt Sally makes cream, you don't,
Yeah.
like you said, you don't know how much is in there, you don't know what is in there, you know, how it's been made, what it's been made in.
Yeah,
It's
especially
really
with
the
your
wild
skin.
ways. Yeah, you're putting it on your face, you know, ingesting it as well. I mean, and there is a lot of gray market, especially in the beauty market, because there hasn't been anything, and there is such a desire for it. But
Yeah.
in a case where you buy something from a legal dispensary and the ingredient list is on there, and
I think having skincare in dispensaries, to be entirely honest, is actually going to be a great thing. Because I think it's gonna take the people who are interested in the skincare and put them in dispensaries, right? Where they're like, all right, I gotta go and learn more. So the only place I can learn more is to go into that store that maybe I wasn't gonna go into before.
And they know what they're getting. Like they know that they can trust it. And usually, once we educate people that way of like, this is the only legal place to get it, they tend to, it is never a bad intention, or it's never ill intention. It's always just like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. Like I thought I could buy it online. And to be honest, it's not always fun to be in the legal market as a skincare brand, because first of all, you don't even have pretty packaging. And that's huge in the beauty industry.
Yeah.
Everyone loves beautiful packaging. Whereas here it's kind of like, it always looks a little bit medicinal, or it doesn't look nice on your shelf all the time. But if I have to compromise pretty packaging for a safe product, I'll probably do that.
Right? Yeah. I love that you use glass jars. That's something that
Yeah, thank you.
I think that's something that might go underrated by people, but like using glass jars is so much better. Like it's better for the product, but it's better for the environment. Like it's gonna have better shelf life, like all of the things.
We try our best. I was like, how can I make this the prettiest as possible with all of the ugly regulations on it?
Everybody in the legal industry is fighting with that struggle. I think it looks beautiful.
Thank
and
you.
really, I would like my skin to look beautiful. So if this makes my skin look beautiful, it can look like whatever it wants.
That's
to
right.
Look like.
That's right.
But I also like that it's in a glass jar. I know, because we're in Ontario, we know we can get you. You can buy NUVEEV online on
at the OCS.
Or in your local dispensary. And if your local dispensary, as Amanda always says,
support local.
If they don't have it, what do you do?
Oh, just tell them to tell the manager to order it in for you, and then they will.
Yes.
That's how it happens.
Yes.
Yeah. They're super receptive to it. When customers want something, the stores are always willing to make their customers happy, which is awesome.
Exactly, yeah. Now, so you're available in Ontario. I saw you're available in Alberta. Is it?
So we're available in Ontario, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan.
Okay.
And then by the end of this year, we'll be in BC and Alberta as well.
Okay, so Alberta's coming up. Okay.
Yes.
Now, East Coast of Canada, if you guys want these products in stores, start nagging your bud tenders and owners so that they can start nagging the governing body of your province, and then they'll bring it in.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. What do you see coming in the future of CBD and skincare, or CBD and beauty products?
I think I this is my thoughts, but also what I'm hoping for is I do think regulations will loosen up specifically for CBD products. I don't anticipate THC loosening up anytime soon, but I would like to see the topical space being regulated a little bit more relevant towards topicals. So for example, like when you have, the big warning signs of consuming cannabis or ingesting cannabis when it's on a skincare product, I understand its regulations, but sometimes it just honestly doesn't make sense. Like the warning label is not a true warning of what, a warning on a CBD skincare product might do. And I think I anticipate it loosening up in terms of maybe some regulations of how we can communicate it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
I think in a couple years' time, the distribution channels might change, where it may be adapted more into like pharmacies, and that's only with CBD, and that's why in all of our products we use CBD isolate in there. So we can guarantee purity of the product. We can guarantee that there's no strain of THC whatsoever. So we're kind of ready for those doors to open. But I do anticipate more players coming in and understanding the world of skincare and what CBD can do, because quite honestly, everywhere else around the world is CBD skincare is everywhere. Like
Yeah.
it's in your
Mm-hmm.
Sephora's, it's in your Nordstroms already. It's just a matter of Canada doing a little bit more work to open things up a little bit more.
And I think that starts with education, and it starts with the consumer knowing more. And I'm sure you get questions all the time about, is this going to make me high? Is my
Yeah,
face going to be high?
Yeah.
So, and
all
that's
the
a
time.
legitimate question for people who don't know.
Well, yeah.
And I think there's a lot more talk around CBD, CBN, CBG, all these different C's. And as people start to get that it isn't psychoactive,
Yeah.
then you will see it coming into a larger marketplace. I think
Yeah,
so too, Samantha.
Now, something
I think it's interesting. Oh, sorry, go
no,
ahead.
no, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's interesting because when you look at the cannabis space, CBD and THC I think are still underdeveloped in general, but then everyone's onto CBN and CBG and all of those other cannabinoids.
Yep.
But then when you look at the cosmetic space, I'm like everyone is still on CBD. Everyone's still not sure what CBD is, so it's all like just baby steps of okay, this is CBD, and exactly what you were saying of no, putting this facial cleanser on will not get you high, but side effects might include really hydrated, bright skin, but high is not a side effect of that one.
Just hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I
There
love
you go.
that.
There's your tagline. I just made it.
No,
I know.
Your face won't be high. Just
hydrated.
hydrated. You have to say it
Oh
like
my
No,
God, that's
yeah, yeah.
amazing.
No, not to get you high, just hydrated. Oh,
Ooh.
look at us.
Hydrated, not high.
Ooh.
Oh.
Look, yeah.
Samantha.
The
we'll
high
give you a
ladies
call.
are available for hire.
Maybe we don't publish this podcast. Just wait a little bit so I can jump on that tagline.
I love it.
I just marked it
Yeah.
as we were speaking.
Oh my
Now,
God.
no, I always love to come back to education because we firmly believe that the more education that you have, just, the better choices you will make in life. So,
Mhm.
something that I saw on the NUVEEV website is that you guys offer a masterclass.
Yes, so we offer master classes multiple times a week on 4 different topics, and it's really oriented to those that love skincare, that love wellness, and want to learn more about, what CBD is, or even want to learn more about skincare. So we have 4 different classes that you can choose from. The first 2 are really about, quite honestly, where CBD comes from, what the difference is between hemp seed oil and CBD, and why it doesn't get you high. So it's very introductory, very
I
approachable.
need
It's
to take
live
that one.
sessions that, sorry?
I need to take that second one.
Yeah. And then it really is just focusing on, making and making it a little bit easier for someone if they're not necessarily ready to jump into a cannabis store yet. And then the other 2, our brand is again all about empowerment and education. So the other 2 are actually not really about CBD at all. They're really about skincare ingredients. When someone says antioxidants, really learning what that means. Or if someone's throwing out, 3 different types of skincare products like a serum, an essence, and a face mask, I'm there to host these sessions and really talk to people about what these products are, what order you might use them in your routine, and if you really need them. So it really
Mm-hmm.
is just as much as it is about skincare, CBD, then there is a whole other section of just people that want to learn about skincare. And it's more in a close knit group. So I cap the classes at maximum 15 people. And it really is just our community coming together, talking to each other about products that they love, that they've tried that maybe aren't even NUVEEV products, which again, at the end of the day, I'm a skincare nerd, so I'll talk
Mm-hmm.
about anything skincare related. And it really is just a great way to get to know a great community of people that love to talk about skincare, that want to know more and want to learn more, or actively trying to find new ways to their wellness.
Wow, I think that's really cool that these are live classes as opposed to like, here's a YouTube link.
Yes.
Watch
For
it.
sure.
And that they're free.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
and
I
that they're
mean,
free.
nothing is free, and this is
Well,
like,
apparently NUVEEV is free.
Well, like we said, there's such a hurdle to get over to share this message just by the way the system is set up. I can see bud tenders.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
What
Oh, yeah.
an asset to bud tenders.
Yeah.
Take a masterclass while you're on the clock.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
paid to do it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And then you're one step ahead, and when the customer comes in asking about these products,
Right?
you're actually informed.
Yep. And
Exactly.
you can have an intelligent conversation.
Or if you're
Yeah.
curious, we talked about the canna curious, the canna moisturizing curious.
Right.
You could go on and ask Samantha. I had such skin envy when I met you.
Oh, I know.
Oh my gosh. If you guys saw pictures of my skin a couple years ago, you would not have envy. It's come a long way.
Oh,
But thank
wow.
you. I appreciate
Well,
it.
I look forward to not aging this face up any more than it already is through using these NUVEEV products because I'm thrilled.
I love it. I'm so glad you guys love them.
Oh, yes. I think it's my new routine for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
and you know what? I have to say, like, whenever I go and talk to somebody about skincare, they're always like, you have to start with a moisturizer, and then you got to do a toner, and then you need to do this under the moisturizer
Yeah.
oil thing, and then you need to put the and I'm like, yo, you don't understand.
You lost me at go.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I
For
was
sure.
like, I'm done. The number of bottles of toner I have thrown out over the years because I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it this time. This, yo,
That's how
3
bad I am.
days.
I use rubbing alcohol as toner.
Oh my gosh,
Samantha's cringing.
Samantha, yeah, I was
Wait,
gonna say,
what?
You do what?
I mean, we're all about making your, whatever your skincare is doing to make you happy, but that one I'm gonna have to put a hard stop on.
yeah, thank you.
So my game has been stepped up.
That's right.
Yeah, and I think I was overdue. And I go back to this sometimes. You become a mother, you're just trying to keep this little thing alive, and stuff starts to fall off of your radar.
Yeah,
And often that first thing that falls off your radar is yourself.
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, 100%.
It's easy to forget about taking care of yourself.
Yes, it
but
certainly
when you do
is.
and it feels so good, you're like, what the hell did I forget me?
I know.
Right?
Like, I need to make more time for this. And then
Yeah.
you get caught up in that pattern.
And my kids are getting to an age where I can't use that as an excuse anymore. My son's turning 11 next week, and my daughter's 8. I can't use them as an excuse for poor self-care.
Yeah.
Now you have no excuses. Make the time for the self-care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Samantha's going to call me every 3 months and be like, are
Yeah.
you behaving yourself, Annie?
No more rubbing
Did
alcohol.
we throw out the rubbing alcohol yet?
Yeah,
or no?
exactly.
Oh, that's wonderful. So you have a great website, and it's NUVEEV.
Yeah.
And you can find NUVEEV on Instagram.
And we're at NUVEEV Wellness on Instagram.
Fabulous. And we'll put both of those in our show notes because I bet people will be curious. There's tons of information on your website,
Oh, yeah.
including the link to your 4 master classes. I'm very interested in taking 1 or 2 of those. I think I've just
I
proven
think
to
if
myself
anybody
that
else,
I need to.
yeah, if anybody needs to take one, that's the first time it's ever not been me who needs to take the class on.
Gotta milk it now.
Yeah. But I think now it's time for us to step away
Take a toke.
and go be moms. If you've enjoyed today's episode, you can find all of our episodes wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Please don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and of course, tell all your friends. If you
right.
want to reach out to the Hi Ladies, you can email us at
HiLadiesPodcast@gmail.com.
and you can find us everywhere on Instagram at
Hi Ladies Podcast.
It Sure
All
Is.
right.
All right.
Bye, ladies.